As you can see, we're back on the couch. I thought it would be a good idea to change the setting, the ambience of the video, back to a more cozy and perhaps even more relaxing setting. In this case, being in the living room on a couch with only one light on. But for today, it is of course time for me to help you feel relaxed and perhaps even help you to try to fall asleep. Because you know, sleep is one of the most important things after all. I know there are way more stimulating things to do at night. It's just very difficult to find the middle space in between becoming emotionally resilient and becoming emotionally cold. But that's for you to explore. That is for you to find out where that line lays for you, where that line lies for you. It's for everyone a little bit different, of course. Some people are just more emotionally driven than others. There's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter at all, but you should become aware of it. Because if you don't become aware of it, you might not even realize how much you let emotions control you. And for my friends on the other side of the spectrum, you should realize how much you bottle up your emotions, how much you put them away, and how much it can or does hurt you. Bottling up emotions is just a temporary solution. At some point, the bottle becomes full and it will explode. So until you reach that point of letting the bottle of emotions explode, try to find a way to empty it from time to time, in a healthy way, of course, not through addiction or any other bad habits, but to good, expressive habits. I myself, for instance, find comfort in lifting weights and practicing martial arts. It's perfect to blow off some steam in a healthy and calm and collected way, of course. I don't mean to just practice martial arts by sparring uncontrollably or lifting weights by just ego lifting and hurting yourself just for the sake of letting your energy go freely. Everything has to be control, of course. But even when you do control it and manage it in a proper way, it's still a nice way to blow off steam. So if you're someone who has trouble expressing the right emotions, find a way first to blow some steam, and while you're at it, try to express your emotions a little bit more every day. It starts simple by first acknowledging them to yourself. Just think to yourself, this makes me happy, this makes me excited, this makes me sad, this makes me angry, and then slowly but surely let yourself feel those emotions. Don't over-express them, of course, but let them feel them. Try to feel them. Try to feel those emotions and think about how they feel. How do you feel when you're happy? How do you feel when you're sad? Etc., etc., etc. And after you slowly but steadily explore your emotions and how they feel like that, you have a little baseline, so to say, of where your emotions are, how they feel, and when they appear. And then you already have done it. You have found not only a healthy way to blow off steam with bottled up emotions, but also a calm and neutral way to express them by simply acknowledging them and feeling them without over-expressing them or letting them go freely. So now, for those who have trouble containing their emotions, on the other hand, you have to source of why you're so expressive in them? Is it perhaps something you're afraid of? Something that just pops into your head every time you feel the need to express your emotions? Could it perhaps be that you think people would dislike you if you're not so lively and expressive? Are you afraid that they would think you're a boring person, perhaps? Or are you afraid they wouldn't find you interesting anymore, so they leave you, or simply don't talk to you anymore? Try to find the source of why you're so expressive. It's difficult, of course. No one says that it's easy. It is not easy at all, but try to find the source. The next time you think or you know that you're a bit exaggerative in your emotions, or correction, that you're exaggerating with your emotions, take a deep breath and think about what was the reason I'm expressing my emotions this much right now. Is it just simply an impulsive reaction? Is it the need to act on something? Or is it simply a hidden fear? Think about it for a while and try to find the source. I know I have disappeared. I'm just getting a glass of water, right? Don't mind me. Just stay there, right? Wait, actually enjoy the sounds of getting a glass of water. Do you want a glass of water as well? Alright, I have my hands full right now. Give me a second. Give me a second. Going to place my glass right here with a coaster, of course. Let's see. There you go. I'm getting a glass of water for you as well. Give me a second. Glass. There you go. Alright. I'll just put it right over there, right? Good. Very good, very nice. Very good. There. It's right over there, right? Good. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yes, you have to try to find the source of the reason of why you're expressing your emotions so much. Think about it. Try to do what I said earlier and think about it. Just think about it. And if you have found a reason, then the next question you have to ask yourself is why? Why am I scared? Why am I worried about this? Or just simply, if you're just expressing your emotions so much for the sake of it, just because you're impulsive, then ask the question, why am I so impulsive? There might be an underlying reason, or it just could be your personality, your nature. It doesn't always have to be complicated. Sometimes it's just simply who you are, and there's of course not much wrong with that. I'm not saying nothing, I'm just saying not much, because if you're very, very expressive with your emotions and it's bothering others, then there is just a little something wrong with it. Of course, there's not much blame on you, you can't help it. But for the sake of respecting others, you have to try to reduce the amount of emotion you're expressing a certain time, at a certain point, or for a certain reason. And that's difficult. I'm afraid I cannot give you much advice on that, since I've never really had that problem of being overly expressive with my emotions. But I think it's best if you try to sit a little bit with those emotions. Let them tire you out. Just go somewhere quiet, somewhere where not many people can hear you, or if they can hear you, it doesn't bother them, and really try to sit with those feelings the same way I would say to a person who is emotionally cold, to sit with the feelings and try to express them more. I would give you the advice to sit with them, let them tire you out, and think afterwards, or just try to reduce them a little. Alright, try to reduce them a little. If you're, for instance, very happy about something, just go to a quiet room, a quiet place, stomp the ground, punch a pillow, scream. Just scream, yeah, I'm fucking happy about it, yeah, let's go, come on, motherfucker. Just do something like that, and let the emotions out, just let them flow freely. And after that, when you're tired with expressing your emotions, think about it. What was it really necessary to express them that much? Was it perhaps a little bit silly? And I think the more you do that, the more understanding you become of your own emotions, and you perhaps accumulate or get the insight. Let's just keep it simple, plain English. Get the insight on why you're so expressive with emotions, and perhaps they will reduce a little. You're still allowed to express them, but in a calm and collected way. So instead of, as you just did, punch a pillow, stomp the ground, scream, just say that you're happy in a calm and neutral way. Or, yes, I'm happy that this has happened. I'm happy that I got this. Or I'm happy that I achieved this. I'm happy about it. I like it. I'm going to do something to celebrate it. Just plain and simple. Express them, explain them to yourself. Just say it out loud, but not too hard, of course. The same goes for negative emotions. Just explain them to yourself, say them out loud. Try to do it in a calm and collective way, and perhaps you will have some room for yourself to express them in a calm and collected way instead of a impulsive, exaggerated way. I think that's it. I mean, again, I'm on the other side of the spectrum, someone who has difficulty expressing emotions. I'm not someone who overly expresses emotions. So I can only help you with one of the two, not both. Not both. Or one or the other. I have more experience with one than the other. Let's take a sip of water. Very refreshing after all that whispering, but nonetheless, I'm glad we could talk a little. It was a monologue, of course, mean, you're not really able to say anything at this point, but I'm still glad we had this conversation about emotions, especially when my job is to make people feel relaxed, aka reduce their emotions and let them go in a blank state of pure bliss. But nonetheless, I think my job is done. You seem pretty tired right now, pretty relaxed. Perhaps you've already driven off to sleep. In that case, nice. But you've also thought about what I said, thought about it, formed your own conclusions. You perhaps think that I'm right, you perhaps think that I'm wrong, or you're simply thinking that I'm missing some key points here. Again, I'm glad we had this conversation, and I really hope I could help you a little bit with my advice, even if it was plain and simple. I still hope I have made you think about it for a while, or perhaps you formed your own conclusion about what to do already. Or you're just one of those people who already has their emotions in check and didn't need the advice at all. In that case, congratulations. Very good. Very nice. Alright then. Then it's time to go to bed. Put away the phone. Close your laptop. Exit your desktop. Turn your desktop PC off. Or even your TV if you're watching on the TV. For some reason, 0.something% of you is watching me on TV. I don't know exactly how that works, but you're very creative with it. I give you that. But it is time to go to sleep, right? Don't worry too much. Every day is a new day. And eventually you will figure it out. It will take long. It will be very difficult, of course. But eventually you will work it out. As long as you keep trying every day. It doesn't have to be your absolute best. It just has to be a little effort every day, and eventually you will get there. Isn't that very comforting? That you don't even have to do your absolute best every day. That you can fail over and over again. But as long as you try it just a little bit every day, you will eventually find a solution. You will eventually find your way. So thank you, my dear friend, for watching and listening. Now let's go to sleep, and of course, and as always, I will see you next time, alright? So sleep